These ground floor plans, if I just go into the view, how do I do this? View, tab views. So the ground floor plans and the second floor plans are now all labeled with the rooms. Ground floor is unique, but second floor and third floor are the same. Ground floor is slightly unique because you have to have the hallway coming in. So the thing here is what I'm trying to do is do a third floor. So I have the third floor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to select everything. Go in, select everything. And make sure that there's no rooms. The rooms are the ones with access.
Right.
So I see that there's no rooms. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to this floor. I'm going to select just this room here. This is 201, C201. And then I'm going to come in here and just paste in place. Beauty of that. And I'm not going to call it C201. I'm not going to call it, I'm going to call it, because ground floor is unit A and B, second floor is C and D, this one's an E. So I'm going to call it E201. And that's really because of the naming convention. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to find 202, 203, and I'm clicking them in order because the way it's dropped. 204, fuck, this order doesn't make any sense. That's 205, 206, 207, this doesn't make sense actually. Maybe I'll regret that. 208, 209. Is there a 209? Yes, there's a 209 here somewhere in the bathroom. I'm just hovering until I find the intersection for the X. I'm copying it. I'm going into the third floor and pasting it in place. And so now I'm hoping that this is going to be E208 and E209. And then there's two more rooms which are not in the sequence because I did something weird with it. I'll explain to you why. So here is, I already placed it once, so I'm going to say undo. Okay, so I have to actually draw in a room separator. Do the same room separator, the same location as I did on the other one. So it's, I want the room numbers to be matching. And then, cool, okay. RH, I'm going to select this, I'm going to see that, yeah, so E209 didn't get dropped in, or 202, whatever, that one didn't drop in, so that's that. So everything is in here. Now I'm going to go to this part here, instead of doing everything myself manually. So I'm going to copy this, I'm going to just drop this one in first, because this one is, F, right? So I'm going to rename it F201. Well, it's F301. So I wasted a lot of time on that. You know what I'll do? Okay, I'll show you how I messed up and I'll correct it later, which is fine. I'm going to do this here. This is the wall. I have a vestibule calculation and I have a hallway split. Can't figure out what this was. The reason why I have a vestibule and a hallway is because of area calculations. And also, it's weird to count this as a living room. I could, but I think because of the way I'm doing ground floor, I need to do it separately. So anyways, going back here, finding 202, finding 202, finding 203, finding 204. I just tapped on that one. Finding 204, finding 205, 206. If you do it right, they should be, the text should be right in the center. 207, 208. Now coming back in here, dropping it in. So they should be all in the location. You can see the closet's not done. I'll fix that in a second. And then I'm going to drop in the vestibule and the hallway. Obviously these, because I'm not expecting them, I'm pulling them off sequence, I'm not expecting them to get in the same ordering. So the next thing is I'm going to pick up the tags. I'm going to go select all, visible in this view, which is all the tags here. I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to drop them into place again. So hopefully that worked. Yeah. So they came in, and then I'm going to select the rooms again. I'm going to see and make sure there's no errors, and I think there were some errors around the other spots. So 1 second. Rooms. So you can see the closets aren't picking up, the hallway, the stairs aren't picking up. I should assign those as well.
I see what you said.
So normally for a bedroom, we want to consider the closet not as an extra space, but part of the bedroom. And so the way to do that is to select the wall and call it room, not room bounding. So here I want to do that, but if I select this wall as is, and I do that, it's going to make the bathroom part of it. So I can't do that. So what I have to do is actually I have to do something silly. I have to snip a portion.
Disconnect from it.
Yeah. And then I'm going to find these corners well, and then I'm going to do disallow join, stab it in, and then take out room bounding. So in essence, then this room flows into the closet. So you get this little thing here. You could fix it by doing some line width issues and hiding stuff, but I think for now I don't really care. Don't really care that much. Okay. So now these rooms are right. The only things are wrong is that really this should be an E301, right?
Right.
So now down here, in this view, I have a few templates that I had hidden, so I'm going to unhide them. And so here if I click on 3, so level 3 front unit is actually going to be apartment 4, and rear unit should be apartment 5, right? And then the idea here is populate with the areas. So in unit 4, we're going to go with a filter. So in the future, we copy this, paste this stuff. These templates will be in there.
Right.
And 4 is E. So we filter everything by just showing E's. And then do the same thing with the last one, and we just show F's. All right? And roughly speaking, these areas should match that of level 2 for the obvious reason that they are the same area, right? Okay, so the next thing is I want to correct. I have I'm just doing some random costs. I have made some notes. The idea here is that the unit is here, then this is the first floor, or number floor, and this is the room number. And then in addition, I want the vestibules to be different. I'm actually okay with the vestibules being out of sequence. What do you think about that? I'm okay with the vestibules out of sequence. The reason why I had the vestibules really out of sequence is here. There's a hallway, and it's really connected to B101, but let's not do that. So the B is really B13 and B14, so we'll do that. The dot is really confusing. Just trying to make things like as common sense as possible.
Right.
Actually, maybe this should be 13 and this should be 14. I don't know. It's not great. I could end up renaming everything around the 2. But for now, that's what's going on. And I'm just going to make this a little bigger. Okay, so on level 3, we have these. I need to rename the numbers. Okay, so one of the things I've done is, as prepping this, is we created what is called a working schedule. And the working schedule, if I will pull here, is really all the units, right? And these guys are filtered, meaning when we click on, when I go into here, and you look at the filter, I want to say it's filtered by sheet, so let me just check. This here is sheet 203. This is unit here. I don't know. I forget how that works then. I thought that this is these should be filtered by sheets, but excuse me. I think that there are valid filtered by sheets as well. So the purpose of having a working schedule that shows all the rooms is not to drop on sheets, but to be able to come in here and fix my mistake. So I know that these all going to be 3s. So instead of the E201s, 202s, all to be E3s. Right. And okay, so now looking at the rooms, I have 2 10s, 209, 210. I have the A's, the B's, the C's, the D's, the E's, the F's. Okay, so that's right. Most likely I'm going to add a G, and the G will be the stairs later. But what I want to show you now is the light and ventilation. I think I've shown this to you previously, maybe as a recording, or I don't know if you've seen it or remember, but basically here, like the other one, there's a working sheet for this. The way this is scheduled is basically by the room, you need 8% light and 4% ventilation.
You said 8% light, 4% ventilation?
Yeah. And so if I calculate the room area and I do a multiplier on the 8%, I'll know how much light I need.
Right.
And similarly to how much vent I need.
Is that excluding natural light or?
This is all natural light.
All natural. Okay.
So then what we do is we are at, and then we need to calculate what the lighting is. So instead of doing the calculation, the way I'm approaching it is, let's just count the number of windows we have. So we have, I don't have a type 3 here, but I know a 3 is a 3x7. So I'm going to say there's 2 3x7s, and then there's 2 half windows. And then it'll tell me if it's okay or if there's an error. If there's an error, we're screwed. We have to start from scratch.
So it's like a plug-in in a way?
It just helps you calculate. Think about it. So here, this one here, a bedroom, is going to have 2 big ones and 1 small one. But actually, I'm going to show just 1 big one because I think the exterior design is potentially changing. So that's why I'm mapping that. And this one, I'm going to also count for 1 big one, 1 small one. And then I'm just going to put everything else as zeros. So now I'm looking at this unit here. I think it's going to be 2 small ones because I may actually delete one. Oh, sorry, 2 small ones. And that's fine. So if and this is a separate conversation with Jamie. He's thinking maybe we can save some windows. Relative to this project here, I must have this window for the ladder, but it's one of these that I may delete. I'm not sure which one yet. Haven't thought about it. I figured if we have like a desk here or something nice, you could delete this one easily, but this one is still nice to keep. I don't know. For sure though, 1 window, actually, you know what? 1 window also will suffice. But that would be a very sad room if it was only this window that was open and you could only look at that person.
Because you get sunlight only at sunset, right?
Yeah, okay. So that's that. So for the other one, it's going to be the same. So it's a 2 2 0 0 0 0. and this one is also going to be a 1, 1, 0, 0. So these are all zeros, and these are all ones. And this one is giving me an error. Interesting. Why is this one an error and this one's good? What? Okay, so this one I'm having 2. Oh, okay, sorry. I have the wrong 2s. Okay, so that's good. And then bedroom 3 is a 2, 0, 0. That's okay. And so now here, this is a cold version. When I say cold, I mean filtered by the sheet. So all of this is good. I just hit all of these and copied them per sheet. So then table 3, got to figure out the same thing. But because I know table 3 and table 2 are the same, I'm wondering if I can just like be lazy. No, cannot be lazy. Okay. Okay, so this is 2, 0, 2. This is 2, 0, 2. And then all of these are 1, 1s, I think. Oh, there's a 2 somewhere. Yeah, so this is 2, 2. And these are 1, 1s. Alright, so that should be good. And that means this should just be silly and just verify. I'm always providing more light than needed. Providing more light than needed. This is 1335 and that's 1374. But on the second floor, this is 1357 and 1374. Okay, so it suggests that I've lost some area, and I'm a little concerned about that. So I shouldn't have lost any area. Let's just visually check again. It's because this one was not assigned to the room of it. So now I should have 1357. So here's the thing, like it's great to have systems. I love systems that make our lives easier, hopefully, but we just need to constantly validate. Right. In fact, this whole plan's changed, so yeah, it's okay. This will be fine. Okay, and that's pretty much it.